ledge too. So I'm just mostly scared of the kill power that Pika has versus a character like Sheik and what Phuzix could do, but he's been able to play so well throughout this tournament that I feel like right now...
Did I hear Pac-Man?
Wait, you're right, I did.
I think I heard Pac-Man.
Yeah, you know, I was highlighting how Phuzix been doing, but he actually beat Kobe
That's
too.
Pac-Man.
He beat Kobe
Okay.
yesterday. All right, this is Pac-Man. All right. Pac lame too.
All right, so ignore everything we just said. The whole Sheik hype up was just to make you feel good for a second. I'm sorry, chat. I didn't mean to do that to you.
It could be a matchup
so,
thing here too.
Very different approach now. Pac-Man loves when you try to swing on shield. Pikachu loves just hovering around shield. Again, he doesn't believe in the word disadvantage. He likes to skip that quite often. So having to deal with that pressure is not going to be as easy because we've seen other Pac-Man players deal with this matchup. It's not necessarily the easiest thing in a nutshell, but having that fire hydrate. Oh, and the object coverage. Okay, where do you think you're going? I'm going to go ahead and snatch you up real quick. Gonna catch him all. This is looking pretty good already for Phuzix.
I love it. It's ricocheting off of it too, and I feel like it's just a different type of playstyle too that's going to have to force ESAM to kind of get into that mindset that Phuzix is playing extremely aggressive here. And again, just like we were seeing before from Nine Master, playing on this stage, you do have that middle platform that you could use that fire hydrant on top of to kind of mix up where ESAM's going to go, but then you have to worry about the hydrant and then the quick attack on top of that.
And one of the things that definitely can actually work out for Phuzix here is of late, ESAM's actually having a bit of like almost a struggle against some zoners because recently at Super Smash Con went down to Icy Mist to Samus, so was forced to switch off. And I don't think we're going to see a switch off here in this matchup, but he's going to be forced to play a lot slower than he wants to because he's got to respect Phuzix out of shield, and he has to respect the fact that plus 130, it's kind of hard to find a KO. You look for dash attacks for the most of the time, and if you dash attack on Pac-Man, that's not a good time.
What? Behind him?
No, I'm not meeting him.
And what was crazy though, he did it towards the fire hydrant too. Maybe just in case he had hit it enough, because if ESAM had hit it one more time, it was the same situation that we've seen before where it would have hit ESAM. But even things out as quickly as that with the taunt, so you gotta let the crowd know that you are in this. And of course, with the game audio being blasted throughout the venue, who's also chanting, you love to see it. Goes hand in hand with the energy.
We talk like this comes up time and time again, but people who have been here before understand how to deal with this. ESAM definitely has had his plenty share of people cheering against him. So how do you deal with that? You keep your composure and you answer back with your gameplay. And this stage really works pretty well for him because this is the shortest distance Pikachu has to work to get a ledge trap against Pac-Man. If you can force a bad option out of Phuzix like an aggressive fair, you can get a pretty decent punish. But Phuzix seeing through that, holding shield, getting up and punishing him for it at a disadvantage. Everything I thought was going to happen, Phuzix like, I know what's going to happen, but I'm going to put up a block first so ESAM doesn't get it.
He's always a step ahead. You can see him even standing, just waiting for ESAM to try to approach. He knew exactly what he wanted to go for right there too. Tries to catch him, trying to jump over the hydrant. And now just trying to utilize that back air, but the fair is going to stuff him out. You see the high recovery, but he's going to dodge a thunder because he knew that he wanted to use the thunder there, but goes into the loving arms of ESAM with that grab. He's going to be able to use this jolt to try to stop the recovery, but right underneath, it could be a little tricky too, especially when it's Pac-Man, you have that trampoline.
And ESAM hasn't won a ledge trap like in a while. Like he has actually, like he just rolled on for free. Phuzix has been chilling back, and he's playing the game the way you should against Pikachu. Force Pikachu to actually try to fight you up close so you can get some grabs and fight him out of shield, because you want a few characters that can actually do it, and he died super early. Vicky, this is actually looking pretty good.
Yeah, he's 155%. He wants to try to run this with rage, but 26% on ESAM. He's doing a good job. I was going to say doing a good job by not getting hit there, but the drag down into the noggin, that dash attack right there was all that he needed to close out that stock. But he was at a very high stock, or rather high percent nonetheless, so he was able to still hold on to that second stock for a long time.
Yeah, and now that crowd is getting into it big time. This is such a crucial moment because, I feel like it was reading the quick attack or something over there, but just looked a little bit too hard. But this moment matters so much because you need a game up on ESAM. Oh, just dodged the thunder. That was about to be ESAM's game number one.
Yeah, he was trying to drag him down with that, but it doesn't matter because he's dragging them down with these loops. You see him now setting up here. He knew he wanted to go for that low recovery, but he was not going to just neutral get up or try to go for a get up attack. Instead, he just jumps over ESAM here. So ESAM's going to be able to note that. Does go for that B reverse on the jolt, but that allowed Phuzix to have the perfect spacing for that dash attack.
Absolutely. Coming back in with the aggressive nair right now, just trying to keep it going like we talked about the way that he was playing before. ESAM actually has to push a little, but not go too hard, because the problem is if you get into a position where you take a forward smash off of a whip punish, whoa, that was so close. But like, oh wait, gets him out of up smash out of shield. He knew he was gonna get up there. That was crazy.
That, and he was trying to press a button on his shield too. That was another thing. It looked like maybe he was either gonna go for a nair there, but he knew that he was feeling himself. He knew that he wanted to contest him on that platform. The fact that ESAM held shield, waited to react with that up smash, it could have been a turnaround grab in case that Phuzix wanted to go for something that overextended, or he could have just emptied up onto the platform, and Phuzix could have gotten a grab there, which would have been a back throw, and that would have put ESAM in a really scary situation. But this is a good set that we got.
That was a really good game number 1, and now I think that game number 2, we're going to be seeing a much campier ESAM, because now he's up a game, which forces you to actually have to try to win and actually approach. So you get time to work, and for ESAM, if anything, if he does happen to drop this game too, it gives you an opportunity to go ahead and chill for a second and just get some data. You want to get data on how Phuzix is actually pushing here, so you can move forward, because the last thing you want to do is just, oh wait. All right, so we're not going to see the Pac-Man. It's going to be the Sheik. The crowd is amped up because they are so happy. Yo, look at the tag. he switched off and said Pac Lane. Bro, you picked it. That's on you. Now here on PS2,
that
a lot of
was the tag before too. He just played Pac-Man with the Pac Lane tag. He had to own up to it, you know? And now he's swapping over to the Sheik. It's too much work to change your name here. Instead, he wanted to go stick to the pride and true. He wanted to see if maybe he could get that same advantage. But starting things off, ESAM showing that that's not the case here. Maybe the Pac-Man was the trick up the sleeve that Phuzix needed.
One of the things that's going to be difficult for, oh my goodness, it's recovering. It's living. Yeah, life alert, please. My man is falling and he can't get up.
Wait a minute.
Whoa.
That was the hardest flex.
Like, just so you know, I'm not going to fall for this at ledge. I'm just going to show you. This is that training mode tech. So right now stuck at ledge too. This Sheik not looking too hot off the start, and it's a lot harder for Sheik to land the KO confirms because of how small Pikachu is, and it's way more nimble. So Phuzix now with a stock behind, he's got a lot of work to do.
It was crazy here. Not only that, but you see ESAM is feeling himself, and when he has that confidence, you see him try to do things exactly like that, try to play underneath the stage, but Phuzix now finally keeping him by the ledge. I like the Nair attempt, the lingering hitbox, but he finally fights his way from the ledge back to center stage. You see those fairs too, and the attempt on the down smash to try to catch the 2-frame. And goodbye, another thunder.
Once again, that ledge trap was looking good for Phuzix for a second. He had a lot of late hit Nairs that were getting damage on, but couldn't convert into a drag down up air he was looking for to find the KO. And now, ESAM gonna go deep off stage. You might as well go for it. You're up a whole stock. Go for that thunder. You lose that stock to the vanish, but you're up a stock, so there's nothing wrong with trying to go for that play. And ESAM looking like he's trying to just go ahead and move forward 2-0.
Saw that side B coming up. Forced ESAM to hold shield. He does get that grab, but he's down an entire stock, and you know ESAM racks up this damage so quickly. Saw the attempt on the up air. Didn't get the second drag down here, but still racking up a good amount of percent. Phuzix wants to play center stage. He's finally charging up those needles. He has the time because he hasn't been able to.
Yeah, your combo. Oh my goodness, goes to the right this time at least. Just so you know, I'm not done with you. I am not done. Get back up. But this is so difficult because you're at a point now where you have, like, all your air dairs need to be wins, and he is losing on every jump. He's not able to get a starter with the fair he's looking for. ESAM's playing around it. ESAM has ledge had ledge for a second though, and there's the up smash, and that's a 2-0 going to ESAM. Looking straight at the crowd like, yeah, okay, but get it. This one's out. Incredible play. The Pac-Man looked really good, but the Sheik, not so much.
It's about the recovery. We were saying this before too when we were trying to theory craft how this matchup was going to look on paper here. The recovery was my biggest concern because even if you go for a high recovery, that thunder lingers for so long, and ESAM does it in a way where he wants you to get hit by it so you get spiked and immediate, or either that or you get sent off to the side blast zone. Even though there's those wonky situations where he gets sent to the other side, depending on